Hi, I'm here with Vicky today to introduce you to the Heathcote Community House. I used to actually be involved here, so this feels like coming back home, but things have changed a lot since I was here. Vicky, tell us a bit about this space and about what's been going on. What are you doing? What have you been involved with?
So we're on the hospital campus here, so we're very lucky to be on that campus and situated where we are within a primary school, the kinder down the end, the skate park next door. So we're right in the middle of community. And one of the things that they had here at one stage was a community garden, and we had a lot of people come interested in gardening, and a lot of people that were struggling with mental health issues, looking for ways to develop other skills. You know, they wanted to be involved, but they weren't in admin. They didn't see themselves as fitting in any of those predominant roles that they thought we had. So the garden got redeveloped, and it is now a massive part of what we do. It is kind of like the basis for nearly everything that we do, because it does help people with mental health challenges. It does connect people from lots of different walks of life that previously would not have spoken to each other. So once again, the Work for the Dole program, the community services program, people battling mental health at that time, or as an ongoing thing, or people, that are just interested in gardening or being outside or have that sense of achievement.
Beautiful.
They're all working together, sometimes arguing in a constructive manner, and working out how this place can look, what sort of input that they want to have. Sometimes it's creative spaces, like somebody painted the water tank, and they had more plans for it, but it got done to what it got done, and somebody might add to it one day. We have kids from the kinder come up, and they get to know the community by coming out in the garden, and we let them plant stuff and take stuff back down to the kinder or take home, um, for food relief and food education and awareness, seasonality of foods, preserving foods, social enterprise of foods, um, our monthly lunches, and every week we have a lunch for the volunteers that get involved in the community gardening on that day, and any other reason why they may be here, any other volunteer or person that participates in an activity that's on that day every Tuesday, we prepare lunch, and that's a very informal thing, but they may have grown or take part of growing something in the garden for it.
Fantastic.
They may. We've got a lot of seeds on the go because we've just now started these harvest tables, um, and they're going to be around in different places and locations around Heathcote where people um, go for other reasons, and they can contribute to or take from a harvest table. So once again, it's lending those skills that people may have in growing, and somewhere for them to connect in with, to feel like they're helping. You don't need to be food, in an emergency food relief situation to access the food. It's just for everybody to share. So people that just move in like to come and look in the garden, especially those from different cultures. Because they're used to having gardens and they may not have started one yet, or they may be living in a little rental and they don't have space, so they'll come here. We run wicking bed workshops, we run grafting workshops, not all facilitated by us, by other people that know what they're doing, um, and other people that have just those skills or they've trialled it. We don't ever say we're experts at anything, let alone anything in the garden. We're still trying to perfect the growing of how things get grown. We collect seeds, so we're doing all of that sort of stuff as well, so that we can um, self seed, and not for it to be as expensive, but also an element of teaching people and keeping the GMOs out of the garden, so that we can self seed and have wonky carrots and whatever they may look like. Um, and the insects and all of those environmental things then come into it. So people are trying to recycle and reuse, and we do try and stop people from